So, David Fincher's new film is now streaming on Netflix and playing in select theatres. The killer is Michael Fassbender's first film in 4 years. The film is based on the French comic of the same name, or La Tueur in French. It's a departure from director David Fincher's last offering, Mank, but a somewhat familiar addition to his back catalogue of darkly violent thrillers. One notable caveat being that it has an element of action and so crosses genres a little from his usual psychological thrillers. The logline used in the movie poster states that execution is everything, while the protagonist/antagonist repeats this mantra, stick to your plan. Among several other affirmations, it all goes awry bang on where the inciting incident should occur. Yep, our man makes a boo-boo. Maybe listening to the Smiths to keep his inner voice from wandering didn't stop him talking when he should have been listening. The film follows a nameless, lone assassin whose inner voice replaces any dialogue with others which might supply some exposition. A hit goes wrong and his employers quickly seek to clean up the situation, which results in a botched hit on the assassin, badly injuring his girlfriend and sending him on a revenge mission. There are only a handful of main characters and each is given their own chapter where our killer seeks to do his own house cleaning and to dispatch them one by one. The fact that the main character is a villain would make it hard to root for him, but Fassbender somehow always manages to command the screen and we don't really want to see him getting caught. He makes no secret of his sociopathic philosophy, even quoting one of the most morally bereft characters of the turn of the last century, whose name he can't quite recall. Visually, the film is gorgeous and is shot and crafted with Fincher's usual style and precision. The title sequence even apes some visual aspects from Fight Club if you look closely enough. The usual dark brown to black colour palette is tinged with the green and blue present in all of Fincher's films. Flawless plate shots and minimal CGI blood splatter are also present and correct. The acting here is also just class, with Tilda Swinton, Arliss Howard and Charles Parnell rounding out the supporting cast, each having a scene or chapter with Fassbender's killer. The film trundles along nicely. The movie is broken up into 6 chapters and an epilogue. Written for the screen by Andrew Kevin Walker, I would have expected this to be a little more out there, but this is surprisingly linear and not too many surprises are involved, if any. It's a pretty standard 2-hour runtime, but I didn't notice it going along, and that for me was good and bad. I enjoyed the film, but didn't see anything I hadn't really seen before, but also had this weird feeling that it ended too soon, as if I could have watched a couple of more chapters of Fassbender's shenanigans. That said, the film has a rewatchable quality. It's just so slick and well made, pure entertainment if a little light on story and originality. You could also say that this film is a very nice self-parody of Fincher himself and his work. Much of the camera work you'll have seen before, and the methodical and meticulous main character could be seen as a version of Fincher, albeit one that messes up more than once. So yeah, although Fincher is sending himself up here, the film isn't half as funny as it thinks it is, but it is enjoyable and rewatchable all the same. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score is as intense and uncomfortable as ever, and there's another thing I noticed, the sound design. Along with the score, the sound design keeps us mostly inside the killer's head and seeing things from his standpoint. I just wish when he said the line 9-gauge nails, he could have just said 9-inch nails. Oh well, that would have been too obvious, I guess. The themes here are well-trodden ground, especially in this genre. Social commentary, consumerism, and lack of empathy are all alluded to, and while true, I'd safely say we get the message by now. Fincher fans will enjoy this film for sure, and anyone would find it even rewatchable, but possibly forgettable as well. To be honest, I expected something more, considering Andrew Kevin Walker is back on board with Fincher. Don't get me wrong, it's really good, just not what you'd call great, and definitely not among Fincher's best work. Having said that, by most other standards, it's a bloody good thriller. So yeah, that's my take on The Killer. I highly recommend you check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you enjoy it? Let me know what you'd like to see next from Fincher. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a like and a comment, hit the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.